Okay, many joined. Afrin joined, Maisha, Sadika, and Ifat. Okay, few didn't join yet. Okay, fine. Let us start then. We have started displacement reaction and redox chemistry last day. Can you recall? Yes. And to the last 20 minutes, try join Corona, and others who yes, I'm on sometimes. That's it. Cannot. Sometimes. Problem. Okay. Okay. From question number 1, we are starting. Take your copy. Take your copy. And your just take your copy book. Okay, complete and copy and complete the statements. Number A, oxidation means, Ayman, what is oxidation? Just tell me, what is oxidation? Last class corona? Ekdin class corona, last class displacement reaction, oxidation. And you didn't inform. I posted the video and you didn't see. To be a full chapter you will suffer. Full chapter to suffer. You will suffer. And displacement reaction is one of the most important concepts in chemistry. If you know displacement reactions and oxidation reduction, you are very strong, healthy. Sanim, what is oxidation? Addition, oxygen addition. That's it. In anything, if oxygen is added, it's oxidation. Say carbon plus oxygen, carbon dioxide. So carbon is oxidized. Why? Because it gains oxygen. That's it. Very simple. Very simple. Reduction, opposite, loss of oxygen. Loss of oxygen. Okay. Then oxidation and reduction always simultaneously takes place in a chemical reaction. In any reaction, if oxidation occurs, reduction will occur. Because there will be 2 reactants. One reactant will be oxidized, and other reactant will be reduced. That's it. Because someone will gain oxygen, and from where it gains oxygen? From the air? No. From someone else. So A and B, 2 reactants, if they join together, if A gains oxygen, it will gain from B, right? So A is oxidized by taking oxygen from B, and B is reduced because B is giving away the oxygen. That's it. Very simple, right? Okay, so that's how it goes. Everyone understood here? Response?
Sir, can you repeat once?
Oxidation and reduction এর কথা হচ্ছিল
হ্যাঁ তাই তো শোনা যায় না
কালকে পড়ানো হচ্ছিল না ওইটাইটা
হ্যাঁ আমরা জাস্ট এই যে এটা বলতেছি এই কোশ্চেনগুলো আমরা we are solving.
Okay sir.
Okay, so question 1 done, easy. Question 2 দেখা দরকার নেই, কষ্ট করা দরকার নেই। এখানে আসছে না, এত কষ্ট করে কি হবে লাইফ, দরকার নেই। বুঝলি এখানে যদি লেখা হয়ে যায় তাহলে ওইটা দরকার নেই। ওকে, নাম্বার 2, yes, you can buy any book, no problem. We are just, yes, we will follow the syllabus, not the book, because for Cambridge no book is enough to complete the syllabus. You need to look at the syllabus I have given. 0620 IGCSE Cambridge 0620 syllabus is given in the Google Classroom. We'll add your email, so you can download the book, soft copy, and the Pearson book as well, because Pearson book is very good. That's why we do. And there are some Excel students who will split the batch a bit later on, I say. Because splitting is important. একটা সময় কি আমরা কিন্তু একসাথে থাকতে পারবো না, আমাদের সিলেবাসে কিছু ডিফারেন্স আছে, কোশ্চেন প্যাটার্নে কিছু ডিফারেন্স আছে, সো উইল স্প্লিট ইভেন্চুয়ালি। বাট ইনিশিয়ালি এখন রেডক্স, ডিসপ্লেসমেন্ট, অক্সিডেশন রিডাকশন, ল্যাঙ্গুয়েজ পার্ট, Egula, acid-base reaction, salt, these are basic. 95% syllabus is same. Take us here. So
Just for the 5%.
rather, if you stay together, you can help each other, and you know what is going on. And moreover, what I want, why I put the batches together initially, because in university level, when you will go for admission test, they will not differentiate you in Cambridge and Edexcel. They will ask you, Sanim, tell me Haber process. It was there before 2019 in Edexcel syllabus, but it's not now. It's in Cambridge syllabus, but it's in Edexcel it's not. Haber process. So there are some 2-3% changes in syllabus. In general, all are same, but eventually we need to split at least later on. Okay, fine. Number 2, magnesium reacts with sulfur dioxide like this. Copy the equation and use leveled arrow to show. So let us see. We have seen many oxidation reduction in our last class. Still, we will see more. And I want you to master in these concepts. Follow the number 2.
2 magnesium.
2 magnesium.
There is sulfur.
Oh, solid. What is the state single? Magnesium is solid. Therefore,
Then it's, I guess it's sodium, SO.
sodium to Na. It's sulfur dioxide. SO2. Sulfur dioxide, just like carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide. Therefore,
Then
arrow.
it's arrow sign.
Arrow sign.
Then it's 2 magnesium oxide.
2 magnesium oxide.
Then sulfur.
Then sulfur. তাহলে আমি কিভাবে বুঝবো তুমি কতটুকু উইক যদি তুমি আমার সামনে না আসো? আজকে বুঝলাম যে তুমি কতটুকু উইক। আচ্ছা। Now see what is happening to magnesium? Magnesium was alone. Now it gains oxygen. What is gaining oxygen? Oxidation. Very easy. Sulfur dioxide, it had oxygen. Now it becomes sulfur. What happened? Reduction. Is it difficult? Which one is the oxidizing agent? Reduction. The thing which is reduced. It is oxidizing agent. Why? আমরা বলছিলাম লাস্ট ক্লাসে ভিসা প্রসেসিং এজেন্ট কি করে তোমাকে তুমি যাও তোমাকে হেল্প করে ভিসা পাইতে রাইট এজেন্ট মানে হচ্ছে দোজ হু হেল্প টু বি অক্সিডাইজড মানে সালফার ডাইঅক্সাইড ও রিডিউস হইছে বাট ও ম্যাগনেসিয়ামকে হেল্প করছে একটা অক্সিজেন দিয়ে ইট হেল্প ম্যাগনেসিয়াম যে বাবা তুমি অক্সিডাইজ হও তুমি ভিসা পাও আর এটা যেটা অক্সিডাইজ হইছে ওটা কি রিডিউসিং এজেন্ট Why? Because it gains oxygen from sulfur and it helps sulfur to be reduced. Aman? Also that. So clear? It coding chapter. Oxidation, reduction, oxidizing agent, reducing agent. Jala acho online. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So these are the four things we have discussed. Now let's go back. Copy the equation and use labeled arrows to show which substance is oxidized and which is reduced. We have also showed which one is oxidizing agent and reducing agent. So the thing which is reduced cannot be reducing agent ever. The thing which is reduced cannot be reducing agent. The opposite one is the reducing agent. And the thing which is oxidized, it cannot be oxidizing agent. It's just the opposite. It should be the reducing agent, right? So if you remember in that way, it will be easy, inshallah. Explain where the term redox comes from. Reduction and oxidation. Short form, redox, we say lalgol. Red ox, fine? So reduction, red means In redox, red means reduction, ox means oxidation. So we are writing in short form, ox and red. Fine. Number 4, many people cook with natural gas, which is mainly methane. Another gas burner যেটা আমরা use করি, methane gas. The equation for its combustion is this. Show that this is a redox reaction, and it's very easy. Methane is gaining oxygen and forming carbon dioxide, and oxygen is the opposite one, which is oxygen, should undergo reduction, right? Methane is oxidized. That you understood, right? The opposite thing is reduced. The other reactant is reduced. That's how it is said. Fine. Methane is oxidized. So that is how it goes. And number 5, write down the equation for the reaction between magnesium and oxygen. Use leveled arrows to show which element is oxidized and which is reduced. I think you can easily do it. See, if you look at this reaction, hydrogen is burning oxygen to form water. Hydrogen is a very good fuel. Why? Hydrogen is a very good fuel. Hydrogen gas, it's a very good fuel. In many countries, including in UK, you will find ওদের হচ্ছে আমাদের যেমন অক্টেনের পেট্রোল পাম্প আছে, ওদের হাইড্রোজেন গ্যাসের পেট্রোল পাম্প আছে. Even though the numbers are very few, but some cars and buses they run in hydrogen gas. Now, hydrogen gas is a very good fuel. Why? Too much? জোরে বলো যাতে ওরাও শুনে.
Because it contains too much time, as far as I know. And second of all, it's some sort of environment pollution, because hydrogen gas doesn't affect the oxygen in our environment that much.
Acha, fine. Any other fuel, if you burn, it emits carbon dioxide. Any fuel, wax even, which is মোমবাতি যেটাকে আমরা বলি, wax, candle, এটাকেও যদি বার্ন করো, এটাও কি করে? এটা তো ফুয়েল। ওই যে হোয়াইট যে পার্টটা দেখো, ইটস এ ফুয়েল, কিন্তু ওয়্যাক্সটা কিন্তু ফুয়েল। ওই ফুয়েলটা হচ্ছে মেল্ট হয়ে হচ্ছে এটা যেটা আমাদের কি বলে উইকটা যে জলে, কেন জলে? ওই যে ওখান থেকে অয়েল সাপ্লাই দেয়। সো কার্বন ডাইঅক্সাইড ওয়াটার ফর্ম করে। অকটেন, পেট্রোল, ডিজেল, কেরোসিন যা আছে পৃথিবীতে, মিথেইন, এগুলো সব কিছু কি করে? কার্বন এমিট করে। কার্বন ডাইঅক্সাইড এন্ড ওয়াটার ফর্মস। কার্বন ডাইঅক্সাইড এন্ড ওয়াটার, ওই সাইলেন্সার দিয়ে, গাড়ির সাইলেন্সার দিয়ে কার্বন ডাইঅক্সাইড গ্যাস বের হয়, ওয়াটার বের হয়, ঠিক আছে? Hydrogen gas is the only gas which doesn't emit any carbon dioxide. See, look at the reaction. Water, hydrogen gas, and oxygen gas is reacting together to form water. Hydrogen is oxidized, so oxygen is reduced. Clear? Huh? Clear. The opposite thing is reduced, because you understand addition of oxygen is oxidation. So hydrogen is oxidized. The other thing, what is that? That is oxygen itself, himself, you can say. So that is reduced. Fine. Agreed? Understood? Okay. Now, তাহলে এটা আমাদের গেল, এটা হলো। এখন আমরা নিউ কিছু ডেফিনেশন আমি আসবো, and I will discuss. So try to look at, and this class is a milestone. Right? It's a very important class. So try to look at carefully. Oxidation reduction is taking a very good percentage of the overall chemistry. Electrolysis, you need redox. In electrolysis, in battery, you need redox. In displacement reactions, you need redox. In acid-base reaction, it's not redox, it's neutralization, but you need to know the redox concept and how the charges in being put, how the ionic equation need to be derived. So all these things we will cover in this chapter. So this is very important. And if you understand this chapter properly, writing equations, which is the most problematic stuff in chemistry, that will be. Get my point? আচ্ছা, এটা দেখো, আমি যেটা বলতেছি, আমি লাস্ট ক্লাসে যেটা বলছি, স্টপ শেয়ার দিয়ে আমি পোস্টটা বলবো। Oxidation. I'm giving 4 definition of oxidation. 4 definition. Up to A levels, you don't need to learn any other definition of oxidation and reduction. Okay? Up to A levels, it will become. And in A, if you when you will enter ASNA2, you will not get time to discuss regarding oxidation reduction. Okay, so oxidation number one, what definition we gave already? Addition of oxygen or gain of oxygen. Gain of electron abscission. আমাকে আগে বলতে দাও তাহলে সবাই বুঝবে। Gain of oxygen আর reduction কি? একটা একটা করে বলি আমি সবগুলো, তাই না? Reduction, what is that? Number one, loss of oxygen. ঠিক আছে আরমান? Gain of oxygen, loss of oxygen. Number two, gain of oxygen is oxidation. In terms of electron, if we say it's loss of electron, we'll show you why. I'm just giving statement. I didn't discuss the part yet. So loss of electron. So if gain of oxygen is oxidation, loss of electron is oxidation. Then either loss of electron হয় এটা ওটা opposite. ঠিক আছে? Electron. Number three, increase in oxidation number is oxidation. Oxidation number boli amra, sometimes state to increase in oxidation state or increase in oxidation number is oxidation. I will explain everything. Just try to understand first. Number three, so increase in oxidation number is oxidation, and it opposite, decrease in oxidation number. And if you tell me, sir, which definition is most important, I'll say number three. Because if you know oxidation, if you can define oxidation and reduction in terms of oxidation state, any reaction you can explain in terms of oxidation number. But all the reactions you cannot explain in terms of gain of oxygen and loss of oxygen. All the reactions you cannot explain in terms of loss of electron and gain of electron. But in terms of oxidation state or oxidation number, you can explain any reaction. We'll show you. Number four, last and the least. Gain of oxygen is oxidation. Loss of hydrogen is also oxidation. এটা দেখে দেখে সবগুলো আমরা বুঝবো। প্রথমটা, oxidation is gain of oxygen, that we know, right? এটা যদি gain of oxygen হয় এটা কি? Loss of oxygen. আচ্ছা, এটা gain of oxygen, তাহলে ইলেকট্রনের aspect is loss of electron and gain of electron. আরো মজার মজার টার্ম বলবো, এগুলো খেয়াল রাখবেন। Oxidation number যদি increase করে it's oxidation number if decreases it's reduction. আর লাস্ট একটা হচ্ছে, since gain of oxygen is oxidation, loss of hydrogen is oxidation. Hydrogen and oxygen seems opposite to each other, right? Number four, it is since loss of hydrogen, gain of hydrogen. These are the four definitions. You don't need to memorize all these definitions, but you can remember when we will apply in a chemical reaction, you will understand, sir, this is happening. This one, list. It A levels age ashbe na. You will not get any example. It's coming. No, it will not come. Rather, others are very important. Please write it down, and very, very important. Everyone. Reflection আসে না বোর্ডে লাইটের যারা অনলাইনে আসো, can you see?
Yes, sir.
Okay, please take a screenshot or write it down fast. weather কি হিসেবে 6 months কিন্তু এমন ছিল না দেশে দেখছি ফান্টাস যেগুলো সামান কি তোমার ভালো লাগে না পড়তে? কি ভালো লাগে? ফুটবল? হ্যাঁ, ফুটবল ফুটবল খেলো রেগুলার? বাসার কোথায়? হ্যাঁ 13 মাঠে খেলো? কখন খেলো? কয়টায়? সকাল 8টা থেকে স্টার্ট করো? আমি তো 8টা প্রত্যেকদিন খেলো না? আমি তো প্রত্যেকদিন যাইতেছি জানি সেক্টর 13 মাঠে। আমি অবশ্য 8টায় চলে আসি। ওইটা তো ওই সাইডে। হ্যাঁ
আমি উত্তর ক্লাব
উত্তর ক্লাব খেলো? ফ্রেন্ডস ক্লাব মাঠে নাকি উত্তর ক্লাব?
ফ্রেন্ডস ক্লাব
ফুটবল?
ফুটবল
You? Very good. Okay. 2 minutes?
more.
Oh, sorry. আমার লিখছো? এত তাড়াতাড়ি? তোমার কি জানো একটা ধান্দা আছে, এটার জন্য তোমার পড়াশোনার প্রবলেম হচ্ছে, তাই না? ঠিক আছে, সমস্যা নাই। জান ইফতেখার লেজি তাড়াতাড়ি।
Hydroglobal group,
হ্যাঁ
hydroglobal group is like is an event that explains like an opportunity for all the people who started online businesses and who need financial support.
ওকে
And yeah, I'll get it a first event. We planned. I'm not going to Zoom meeting to get plan course now, but as the response was terribly good, expectation over here
আচ্ছা
that we actually booked the major competition hall and you can is I think what are Jumna ticket.
ওকে
We competition hall book course which we have online investors like not online abroad investors.
ওকে
Like they came from abroad to invest.
Hmm.
And we have some people
Hmm.
who are going to be there.
রাইট
Yeah. Already it's about like payment to like if you're going to register it, then like at least 3 people that have booked it up. At first,
what is the purpose?
It's a purpose to help people to get investment. Like if like you have ideas, but you don't have money to invest, like, you
I
need it.
Okay.
So you have to represent it, and if they like it, at least actor, investor, actor, of course, but least actor.
Okay, I understand. ঠিক আছে বুঝতে পারছি। Okay, so oxidation reduction in terms of 4 things: gain of oxygen or loss of oxygen, loss of electron or gain of electron, increase in oxidation number or decrease in oxidation number, loss of hydrogen or gain of hydrogen. ঠিক আছে? আচ্ছা এটাকে আমরা এটাকে খেয়াল রাখার জন্য আমরা সামটাইমস এটা করি loss of electron, এটাকে oil rig ছিল, oil rig, হ্যাঁ ওই যে ওই যে সমুদ্রের মধ্যে মানে সি এর মধ্যে একটা আছে, ওইটা দিয়ে ওরা হচ্ছে ফিউয়েল ডিগ করে, অয়েল উঠায় যে একটা মেশিন দিয়ে ওটাকে অয়েল ডিগ করে। সবখানে
like the thing which helps to
rig মানে dig out oil. So if you can remember, oxidation is loss of electron, reduction is gain of electron. এটা অবশ্য আমার বানানো না, এটা হচ্ছে বুকেই লেখা আছে। কি just if you forget then you can use, and it will definitely help করে কিন্তু স্টুডেন্ট already. If you can remember, oxidation is loss of electron and reduction is gain of electron. It is in terms of electron কিন্তু, আবার in terms of oxygen হলে পুরোটাই উল্টা যাবে, ঠিক আছে? Okay, fine. Now we'll give example and we'll try to explain what is going on. এখানে আমরা দিতে পারি। Previously, if you can remember, last day we have given many examples, like say copper oxide and magnesium, if reacts together then it will form magnesium oxide plus copper, right? So in terms of oxygen, it is easy to say. Magnesium, gain oxygen, copper oxide, lost oxygen, so oxidation reduction, oxidizing agent, reducing agent, down. But if something is like this, say for example, copper, say magnesium plus copper sulfate. Magnesium sulfate plus copper. Can you recall sulfate? It is a polyatomic ion, SO4 2 minus. এটা পুরোটা কিন্তু একটা জিনিস, তাই না? SO4 2 minus and copper is 2 plus. Copper 2 sulfate. ঠিক আছে? খেয়াল আছে? ওকে। তাইলে এই যে এই Mg, আচ্ছা এটা খুবই ইম্পর্টেন্ট এই ডিসকাশনটা। ফার্স্ট আমি একটা তোমাদেরকে একটা অ্যানালজি করতে বলি, তাইলে তোমরা জিনিসটা বুঝবা যে এখন আমরা যেটাতে ঢুকতেছি এটার জন্য আমাদের যেটা জানা লাগবে, আমাদের একটা অ্যানালজি জানা দরকার। অ্যানালজি সে ফর এক্সাম্পল সানিম কে বলি, সানিম ইজ আ ভেরি গুড স্টুডেন্ট। ঠিক আছে? What is this?
It will be did you set a time in it? Because like that's fixed on time.
Okay, no problem. Okay, Salim is a very good boy, a very good student. What is this? It's a is it a chemical sentence? No.
No.
English. It is an English sentence. What a word?
6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What is this? Salim. What is this? Tell more about Salim.
First word.
It's a proper noun,
Yeah.
right?
Word.
Is
What is this?
it's independent.
What is this?
Word. Yes, helping.
Auxiliary, right? Auxiliary verb. A. What is this? Article. Adverb. Adjective. And the last one? Noun. Fine? Eh? And you can say this is subject. And the rest of the thing is predicate. Right? We have an auxiliary verb. So, তুমি যখন এটা লিখো, do you think really যে এইভাবে লিখতেছি? You just write. Eh? Now, when you are writing a English sentence, you exactly know. আমি যদি এখানে say for example, এটা স্পেলিং আমি জানি না, লিখলাম এটা। কি হলো? একটা হচ্ছে তোমরা হাসো, আর একটা হচ্ছে তুমি এটা গুড স্পেলিং জানো না। ইভেন আর একটু কঠিন যেগুলা, একটু কঠিন আর একটু কঠিন যেটা, এটাও কেউ যদি ভুল লিখে,
Salim is very good for.
রাইট? সো তুমি তো এইভাবে অড ভাবে তাকাও। সো তোমরা যখন উল্টাপাল্টা করো তখন আমিও এইভাবে অড ভাবে তাকাই। কারণ কি, তোমার এটা যেমন ইংলিশ সেন্টেন্স, দিস ইজ এ কেমিক্যাল সেন্টেন্স, এন্ড এগুলো আবার ওয়ার্ড। এখানে যেমন অ্যালফাবেটস আছে, ওয়ার্ড আছে, এগুলো কিন্তু ইনিশিয়ালি আমরা বলছি সব। এন্ড I just did analogy with English language and chemistry language. And chemistry তার কাছেই কঠিন যে chemistry language part বুঝে না। আমরা কিন্তু first 10 classes, if you can remember, 10 lectures we have spent on only building language, vocabs and spelling rule. So copper sulfate, cannot copper sulfate. Sulfate, why sulfate is 2 minus? Why copper is 2 plus? And if I ask you in word, I say magnesium is reacting with copper sulfate to form magnesium sulfate and copper. আমরা তোমাদেরকে বলছি, how will be able to write that? খেয়াল আছে সবার অনলাইনে যারা? হ্যালো,
Yes, sir.
ফাইন। যাদের নাই খেয়াল, প্লিজ গো টু মাই ইউটিউব চ্যানেল and see those videos. প্লেলিস্টের আলাদা অপশনে ফার্স্ট 10 lectures, especially you, Ayman. Okay, so Sanim is a very good student. এখন যদি আমি তোমাকে জিজ্ঞেস করি what is magnesium, Tell me more regarding magnesium. Huh? What? No. In my language, we don't have subject and predicate. We have other stuff. Tell me more about magnesium. We have already learned. It's a metal. More specifically, it's a giant metallic structure. Right? We have discussed 4 types of structure, right? Giant metal, giant ionic, giant covalent, simple covalent. Right? Now magnesium, what is that? Is giant covalent. Sorry, giant metallic. Copper sulfate, what is that? And magnesium is solid if we discuss more. So it's a giant metallic structure. It is a solid because magnesium is metal, so it's solid. Copper sulfate.
Metal or semi-metal.
No. What is copper sulfate? Anyone from online? No. Copper sulfate is non-metal. Copper is non-metal. We have copper and sulfate. How come it's a mixture? Copper is a metal and sulfate is
So it's a compound.
it's a compound. But what type of compound is this? I want the structure. What type of structure is this?
Ionic.
Giant covalent, giant ionic, giant ionic. Because it has copper 2+ and sulfate 2- ion. Since ions are present, metal and non-metal, any compound made of metal and non-metal. We have sulfur non-metal, we have oxygen non-metal, and copper is a metal, you know. And we have the zigzag line, which is differentiating between metal and non-metal. And this will be given in your example, I say. From boron, make a zigzag line. Boron, silicon, arsenic, then this Te, then At astatine. So এইভাবে যদি একটা zigzag line if you draw, then the right hand side is your non-metals and the whole thing in the left hand side are metals. We said earlier. মনে নাই? হ্যাঁ? বুঝাও কেন? এইটা দেখো। এটা দেখো। আমরা বলছিলাম যে এইখান থেকে হচ্ছে zigzag লাইনটা দিব আমরা। এই যে from boron will start এই যে zigzag line দেখো ভালো করে খেয়াল রাখো boron থেকে zigzag line এই যে রাইট সাইডে যা যা দেখতেছো এই যেগুলা এগুলো সব কি ইনক্লুডিং হাইড্রোজেন কিন্তু হাইড্রোজেন কিন্তু বাইরে রাখা যাবে না পিরিয়ড 1 এর দুইটাই নন মেটাল তো এগুলো হচ্ছে সব নন মেটাল আর বাকি যা দেখতেছো লেফট সাইডে সব মেটাল if any combination in a compound between metal and non metal it is what it is ionic. Don't sleep, I'm on. Helan dile ghumar. Do you get my point? Metal and non-metal, it's ionic. So you need to say magnesium is a metal, giant metal. This one is ionic compound, copper sulfate. And copper sulfate, if you go on, you will understand it is soluble in water. It is soluble. If you dissolve it, it will be dissolved. So magnesium sulfate again, it is also magnesium and sulfate, again giant ionic, right? Aqueous. And copper is what? Metal. See, nothing else. Solid. Is it clear? এখন, if you know this, then this is a full equation. We say this is a full equation. Balanced equation. Full balanced equation. One magnesium in the left and right, one copper and one copper, sulfur, one sulfur and one sulfur, 4 oxygen and 4 oxygen, balanced. Now, if I ask you to write an ionic equation of this reaction, how write? Magnesium is giant metallic. Will there be any charge on magnesium? No, because it's giant metallic, right? Magnesium. Done? Now, copper sulfate. It is copper 2 sulfate. When we will ask you to write, we will always say copper bracket 2, Roman 2 sulfate. You will understand the charge of copper is 2+. Okay. So they will give you, and since it is an aqueous solution, any ionic compound it dissolves in water, it forms cation and anion, right? So it's copper 2+ and sulfate 2-. Aqueous. Ionic compound, so we are splitting it. Since it is an ionic compound, we are splitting it. Then see, again, this one is an ionic compound, so magnesium 2 plus and sulfur 2 minus plus copper is a giant metal.
So plus related one.
Huh?
The plus related one.
We'll restart. What's that? Huh?
Yes, sir.
What's that? 50. So, if you don't know which one is noun and which one is adjective, you are in trouble. So, for me, you need to know when we are writing a chemical equation where you need to specify what you are writing. What are the different words? Is it giant ionic? Is it giant covalent? Is it simple covalent? If it is simple covalent, you can split it because there are no ions present. But if it is an ionic compound, you can split in this way. And see, we'll discuss more if we come back. Everyone, please come back.